say we are getting to that point where automation is often synonymous with digital transformation. And I would say what I personally see is that many organizations might have started around like one or two capabilities, and they might have had a center of excellence, and it was on, process mapping, or it was a center of excellence for, RPA. I think what organizations are thinking though more now is more holistically about process. They're thinking about the process end to end. They're thinking about how do they transform that process, and then automation is a critical component of it, and multiple different capabilities. We're seeing organizations, particularly in the larger enterprise side, be much more holistic, much more thoughtful. And so I would say today for leading enterprises, and I think you have that one view of the Fortune 250, those folks over on the right, those are the types of people where it is absolutely synonymous. Now, on the flip side, when we get into some of the more smaller to mid-market organizations, I'd say a lot of those are still much earlier, and they have a lot more work to go. I think the one thing that they're doing less of, which I saw earlier on, a lot of times people would just run straight to automation, and then they would find later that they didn't get the results they were looking for, and what all they had done was automated a poorly designed process. So I think, as Max mentioned earlier, this notion of operational excellence, really thinking of the process. Now, when you start to do that, it does lead you down this path of how do we discover more of what's happening in the business. And so whether it's traditional process mining, or I would agree with Philip also, I think task mining actually probably going to get at more of the opportunity that exists in enterprises, kind of that last mile of work. Organizations are now putting some time in there, but I still think there's a bit of a challenge. I don't see very many that are having tremendous success with it. We are blessed to do business with a lot of the world's largest companies. They're doing some of it, but have they been holistically able to go across the entire enterprise, end to end, wall to wall, figure out every single process, monitor it to the nth degree, and automate all of them? The answer is no. I think the technologies need to get a little bit easier to use. They need to be a little bit more business friendly. I mean, I think when you look at something like a process mining technology in particular, very hard for someone who actually owns a component of the business to understand outputs from them. I think the task mining is getting better. And then I think the flow through into process mapping technologies, where you can actually look at, understand, and an average person can work with what it is, will be important.